Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your average programmer here, and today we are going to be learning how to pass objects into a method. And when we pass objects into a method, we can actually manipulate that object to perform whatever actions or to do whatever we want with it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into Visual Studio. Let's create a new console application. Let's just call this passing objects and param. Doesn't matter what you call it, but just create this new console application. So once again, we are going to be creating a class. And if you watched my last video on creating a class with constructors, this is sort of a piggyback off of that video because we're going to be creating a person class. We're going to use that person class to pass in that person class into a method. And we are going to do something pretty cool with it. So let's go ahead and create a class called person. Let's go ahead and move it to a new file. And inside the person class, we're only going to create two small properties, which are the name and age properties. Let's go ahead and get set. We're going to create the name and age, or the age, sorry. Get set. And we are going to create a constructor. Again, if you haven't watched my last video on constructors, feel free to do so. If you already did, then this should be nothing new to you. We're going to pass in string name and integer age. So we're going to be passing in two arguments into this constructor. We're going to set these properties to the arguments that we pass in. So for the name property, we're going to set it to the name variable that we pass in. And for the age property, we're going to do the same exact thing. So we are done with the person class. We've created a class called person. And let's go ahead and create the method that we're going to pass the person class into. Let's say public static, say introduce, because we're going to have this person introduce themselves. Let's go ahead and so we're going to pass into this constructor or into this, method, a data type of person, because the person class is a data type, can be used as a data type when you create an object from it. So type person, and the name is going to be just person. It could be anything you want. It could be whatever you want, but we're going to name it person just to keep everything simple. So we're going to console.writeLine. And again, we're going to have this person introduce themselves. We're going to use string interpolation here. So we're going to say, hello, my name is. So we're going to make use of this person class that we pass in. We're going to take this person object. I'm going to say person dot, and whatever name is assigned to this person object that we pass in, we're going to take it and place the name into this placeholder. So it's going to say, hello, my name is person.name, and I am, again, we're going to make use of the person object that we pass in, person.age this time. We're going to use the age property this time. Age, years old. So again, it's going to say, hello, my name is, whatever name of the person we pass in, and whatever age of the person that we pass in. And the reason this has a red squiggly line is because we haven't told it a return type. So this method is completely done. Now let's go ahead and enter into our main method, which is where we're going to do all of the processing. So we have to create a person class in order to pass that class into this method. So let's go ahead and create a new person. Let's say Tom equals new person. So again, we created a constructor so we can easily just pass the name and the age into here. Let's say name Tom, age of 40. So we've created a person, as you can see. Now we're going to use this introduce method. We're going to say introduce. And we are going to pass in Tom, because Tom is a person. Tom is object that we created from the person class. So we can just pass in Tom into here. And it's going to make use of this method and write out everything. Again, we gave Tom the name Tom, or we gave this object the name Tom. This object could be called anything. Let's just call it person1, just to show you that the variable names don't matter. Let's say person1. We gave this person1 object a name of Tom and an age of 40. So when we run the console, it's going to pass in the name into here and the age into here. So let's go ahead and run it. And as you can see here, our method worked. Hello, my name is Tom, and I am 40 years old. So that is how you pass in an object into a method. And I can show you something even cooler than this. Let's go ahead and let's create a few people. Let's rename this person to Tom, or let's leave that. Let's say person2. We're going to create a few people here. Oh, what did I just do? Create a few people here. Person2 equals new person. I'm going to give this object the name Mary. Mary. I'm going to give her the age of 35. Let's create two more people. Person3 equals new person. Let's call this person Timmy. Let's make him a kid this time. Let's give him the age of 15. 15. Let's create one more person. Person4 equals new person. Let's go ahead and call this person Chris for all I care. Let's give this person age of 25. So we've got 4 people here, 4 different names, 4 different ages. Now we are going to create a list. We're going to add these people to the list. We're going to say list of type person equals, let's call it list equals new list of type person. Now the reason we have these red squiggly lines is because we have to add a using statement. So now the squiggly line, why isn't it gone for this one? Oh, capital L, not lowercase l, list of type person. So let's go ahead and call the list method, or a list add method, list.add. We're going to add every one of these people into the list. Let's go ahead and make a few more copies of this. So again, we're going to pass in person1 through person4. Person1, person2, person3, person4. Now here's the cool part. We're going to use a for each loop, to iterate through this list of people, and we're going to call the introduce method for each of these people. This is the cool part. So for each var person in this list right here. So for each person that we pass in, person object that we pass in this list of people that we created, list, we want to call introduce method for each person. So let me go over this one more time. We created a method called introduce that takes in an object of type person. Now that method, as you saw, just introduces the person with their name and their age. So we created a list, and we created different people that we can pass into this list, that we added to this list right here, which we added. So we added each person into the list. Now this list contains all these people that you see here. Now for each person in the list. For all these people that we passed into the list, it's going to call the introduce method, which introduces each of these people with their name and their age. So let's go ahead and run the console. And here we are. So we've got Tom, 40 years old, Mary, 35 years old, Timmy, 15 years old, Chris, 25 years old. So that's a way you can sort of use a method to, or you can use a method to pass in a person and do whatever you want with that person. We could have easily done anything we wanted. We could have added more properties to the person, and we could have handled it a different way. This is just a cool way you can sort of work with objects and methods together. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. Help with the YouTube algorithm. If you want to stay tuned for more, please subscribe. I've got a ton more videos coming. If you want to see a certain type of video, please let me know. If you don't understand anything that I'm saying, if maybe I'm talking too fast or I'm not explaining anything enough, let me know down in the comments below, down in the description. Just let me know, and I will reply to you back with a thorough understanding, a thorough explanation, of what I mean. So I hope all of you liked the video. Be sure to stay safe and enjoy yourselves. Keep yourselves busy, stay productive, and I hope you all have a good one. Thank you.